Hey guys, short video this morning I want to put together for my LinkedIn buddies. I went to a Black Lives event last night. It was really good. It was just about having the hard conversations. So mostly they covered relationships inside of business and outside of business. It ended up being in relationships at home, and some of the main things that people have trouble with. Uh, this is going to focus more on business because uh, there's so many coaching services that surround business. It's all a business, right? If you're coaching somebody, it's a business. So the reason why there's a coach in the first place is the main reason why uh, we have the business system that we do today. So, uh, and this has to do with people's self worth and equal exchange of energy. So a lot of people just fall into the life coaching thing because you have to teach people that they have self worth. Well, how do you teach somebody that they have self worth? That's the problem, and I don't think you can. Uh, this is a hard conversation. This is why I'm doing this video, because it is a hard conversation to teach or let someone know that. For one thing, most of the time when somebody's reaching out for help, it's because they have an insecurity in an area that they're reaching out for help for. Now, maybe it's just a technical issue and they don't have experience. Well, that's the problem, right? Until you jump in there and start doing the thing, it doesn't matter how much coaching you get, you are going to have some insecurities about doing that thing until you get the thing done. So I guess in a way, it can help to have a coach on the sideline that can kind of, you know, pick up on the loose ends that maybe you haven't done before. But coaching should always be a temporary thing, and a long-term coach should no long-term coaching, right? If you feel like you need to have a long-term coach, then you have a, a an insecurity that is stagnating that you're never growing out of, right? Either, for one thing, uh, your faith should grow. I mean, you're never going to have faith in yourself. If you never have faith and belief in yourself, then a coach isn't going to help you. And actually, it's going to hinder you because it's always going to be a crutch sitting in the sideline of, well, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do that. And it means that you're not structuring your day right. You're not balancing your life correctly. And so you're you're creating anxiety and stress in parts of your life, and you're just paying for a service to try and ground that out, right? In a way, a coach is a healer. So until you learn how to heal yourself, you're never going to be able to pay for somebody else to do it, right? Now you can ask for advice and teach people how to get into the creative energy, right? And heal themselves and understand that you can do whatever you want to do. You just do it, right? You're going to make mistakes. I mean, every coach is going to tell you that, right? It's like, what are you doing, right? You just have to fall into the insecurity loop that makes you feel like you need to have, it's always nice to have support. And if you're by yourself, if you have the extra money, then great. But for one thing, for an entrepreneur that's first trying to start out in the business, it doesn't matter what it is, a lot of times they don't have the extra money. So it's better to just partner with people that have more experience in certain areas and have done certain things to grow groups together if there's something that you want to do, which is why I've been pushing that issue for a long time now on LinkedIn and other platforms, right? Because you're not feeding on each other. Basically, when you're selling services to each other, you're feeding on each other's insecurities. Think of it that way. Not good, right? We don't want to feed on each other's insecurities because it's an issue of an underlying problem within yourself. If you feel like you need to lift yourself up above somebody else's lack, all of us have every single person out there I've seen has less experience in certain areas than others. My experience comes with, I've worked with a ton of different people. I have the privilege, I'm a little bit of a unicorn when it comes to this, and I understand that, which is why I've been very patient with the community at large. That I've just done a lot of different things. Now, there's some things that I haven't done. There's people out there that have done, that are way better than me, like public speaking, right? I mean, I've never been on a big public speaking platform. I'm sure if I jumped myself in there, I'd probably start a little bit at the beginning, but then I'd probably be fine, right? I've run businesses. I've run groups of people, 40 people. I've worked inside teams, outside teams. So that as far as the structure and creating relationships inside a business, that's no problem with me. And that's why I understand this insecurity nightmare, which is why a lot of entrepreneurs first starting out that don't have that experience of working with a lot of different people end up falling into the trap of just one-on-one coaching on a specific thing when they don't realize that in a lot of ways you're just kind of feeding on somebody else's insecurity, and you're just helping somebody with something that they're not comfortable with. Maybe it's relationship, and relationship coaching and life coaching take, you don't want to get somebody that's less than 40 years old for that one. I can tell you that for sure. Anyway, figured I would make this video. I really appreciated that Black Live video last night. There was a lot of subjects that we covered, or that you guys covered, that were really important, that I thought were beneficial for the community. For one thing, how to have those hard conversations. When it feels like somebody is trying to prop themselves up in front of you, you need to be able to let them know that, hey, look, you're not taking me seriously. For one thing, all of us have needs. And so when there's not an equal give and take on what I need versus what you need, then there's a problem in the relationship. And the best way to deal with that is to just make sure you're communicating that. And then if they don't want, then make sure it's being communicated. And then you'll get feedback as to whether or not their point of view, because it all has to do with point of views of each person and where they're coming from and how they feel they're being received. And as long as you make sure that you're propping the people up around you and making sure that they have a lot of value, that's what we're all trying to do, because none of us have more value than anybody else. It's just when people feel like they have less value, they either fall into a narcissistic tendency or an overly empathic tendency, right? Because one is trying to take care of everybody around them because they feel like they don't have enough. They're trying to prop their own value up, or they're trying to control the people around them because they're trying to prop themselves up and say, hey, look, I'm more important than these people, right? Easy to fall out of balance in one way or the other. So, love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and you have to do the work on your own insecurities, right? There's nothing that it's one thing that this is the main message and why I created this video is, for one thing, you have to teach people, in order to get out of their insecurities, jump in there and do it. Nobody can do that for you. Paying for a coach isn't going to help you do that. All you can do is jump in there and just do it. And then once you understand that there's just mistakes are a natural part of the process, then none of it matters, right? Find people that want to work with you and create an equal exchange of energy to do that. Who cares about the insecurities? Get over it. Love you guys. Have a great day.